Hi guys, Amber here for Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, December 20th, 2016. First of all, I apologize for missing the last couple weeks. I'm trying to get caught up on videos. I'm trying to get them watched at least. At life, it's been just crazy busy. And honestly, I can't even say that it's been just insanely busy. It's just working on stuff and trying to get stuff done and distractions and holidays and this, that, and the other thing. So I got a few things to show you. I've got some stuff that I'm not going to show you, and I'll explain about that. But a couple fair warnings. My phone may or may not go off, and that's because if you saw on Facebook a few days ago, my ring and silent button on my iPhone is being a bit wonky. Right now I've got it in the ring position because it happens to be my alarm clock, but I try not to mess with it, and that means if anybody messages me, which yes, I do get messages at midnight, then I might jump or you might hear it. The other thing you may or may not hear is now that it's actually cold, in my state, it's very cold. The doors in my house shrink a little bit in the winter because it's cold, the door shrinks, and so my door doesn't always catch, which means I will wake up, in a few hours to find a cat crawling into bed with me, which, is really a disconcerting feeling when you're used to sleeping alone and the cats aren't allowed in your bedroom. So if I suddenly startle and I look off in like that direction, one of the cats managed to get the door open, which wouldn't surprise me. And I just discovered my pants have a hole in them, which is really sucky because these are work pants. Welcome to the distracted life of Amber. So, I went back and watched the last video I posted just to see what I had shown you guys. And here's the thing. I didn't do any of the week 10 Fantastic Beasts because I didn't need to. That doesn't mean I won't do them. But they had already been tested because they'd already been on the site, so I didn't do those because I was trying to help Vanda finish up the last couple weeks. So weeks 11 and 12 are kind of murky in my head because we were shifting the patterns around so that we had a little more time to finish up the ones that weren't finished. So that said and done, I will wait until next week to show you guys, because tomorrow is, today will be the release of week 12, I believe. Yes, week 12. So that will be all the patterns, and then I can show you what I did for weeks 11 and 12, because I really only have like 4 or 5 blocks from that. We kind of split the last few, so I don't have a lot to show you anyway. But I do have some things to show you, like the fact that in my last video we didn't quite have the December patterns for my favorite things. So I will show you those now. So I have my 6-inch paint block and my 6-inch brush block. And actually, in real life, the colors are a lot better on this. I noticed when I was setting this up that I look off color, and trust me, I'm more red than white. So trust me, these look a lot better in real life. If you're on the Facebook group, you would have seen them there. So those are my 6-inch blocks and my 12-inch blocks of paint and paintbrush. So, and as you can see, they're not put together yet. Fantastic Beasts won this week, so they got the priority. But that's something I will be able to work on soon. I'm probably going to take some time off. I'll probably take time like in February or something like that, because I'll just be tired of working in the winter, and maybe I can do that then. I did pick up, I don't know if I showed you guys this, I did pick up this. This is my sashing for the my favorite things blocks. For the 12-inch blocks, it's the Moda Crackle, like I have for the background of my 12-inch blocks. Picked that up a couple weeks ago, so I'll start with that soon. Then tonight I picked up some new embroidery needles and some floss because I will be working on Labyrinth soon. I actually started this week and tested a pattern for our lovely Jennifer, and for the first time I used the Solvi Sticky Fabric Solvi SSFS. Okay, there we go. That's guaranteed to show off my lisp. So anyway, so I stitched my piece, was very pleased with it, very happy with how it came out. The stuff worked great, had no problems with my needle, and so, but by the time I finished, it was like 2 in the morning. I mean, I'm not going to stay up and wash it. So I waited till the next day, and I went to rinse it off, and I followed the directions. I filled a bowl with warm water, because my sinks, because the cats get on them and they leak a bit, they're not the best even when they're completely clean, and I don't want my fabric laying on it. So I filled a bowl with warm water, and I soaked it, and I agitated it, and did everything I was supposed to do, and I pulled it out and went to dry it, and it started feeling sticky. So I stuck it back in and rinsed it. I probably spent an hour washing, just rinsing it, putting it in warm water, putting it in increasingly hotter water, just, trying to get this film off. And it just wasn't coming off. And so I set it to soak for a few hours, forget about it, go upstairs, do some actual work, and the whole time I'm frantically texting Jennifer, what did I do wrong? I screwed this up. Blah, blah, blah. So I came back after a few hours and rinsed it again, and still just sticky. So I tried Facebook messaging Sulky, and I didn't get an answer. Well, I didn't quite expect one because it was after working hours and everything. So I let it soak again, went back a couple hours after that, rinsed it again, and still just ick. So I rinsed it for a good long while, and the whole thing is, when I'm rinsing it, it feels completely clean. And so I finally said, I've kind of had enough of this, let it dry. Maybe it's supposed to feel slightly sticky and I'm just overreacting. So I let it dry, and when I picked it up after it dried, it was rough feeling. It's very stiff. It kind of feels like it's been starched. So I emailed the Sulky people, because I really wanted to explain stuff to them, and I didn't know if they checked their Facebook messages. And surprisingly, I got an email back from them this morning during regular business hours, and they were very apologetic. It turns out, I guess a while ago, they had some problem with the adhesive. The manufacturer changed it slightly, and it was causing issue. So they suggested several ways to get it to come clean. The idea being that, I'd already put a lot of time and effort into it, that maybe if we could get it clean, it could be salvaged. But they did say, we're going to send you replacement material, replacement Solvi. Just give us your address. So I did, and I told them that I would try the things, but since it was a practice block, really, I wasn't that concerned with it. But I would try maybe one or two of the suggestions, because one of them is to put Goo Gone on it, and that just seems a little odd, because I think Goo Gone stains clothes. So anyway, they're actually going to send me a couple replacement rolls, because they want to make sure that we're satisfied. They said they've reworked the formula back to the original, so it should come off. They told me to go ahead and throw away what I had. So I just need to let them know what product I bought, and since I couldn't remember, I had to wait till I got home tonight, so I need to email them when I get done with this. So since we're already at 9.5 minutes, I'll really quickly show you the one other thing that I did purchase for a project for next year. This is my PPV 17 fabric. I have decided to go with a Hogwarts theme. So I have purple for the background because purple kind of pulls it all together. And then I have some half-yard cuts of the house colors and their coordinating colors. So it's kind of all balled in here, but let me see if I can find some real quick. Like, okay, so I have this blue and this kind of browny bronze color for Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw is not silver. I have this green and silver for Slytherin. So I have all those in there. I actually got my patterns ready and printed, so that can start soon. I think that's it for me, because we're going to be at 11 minutes now. So for anybody celebrating holidays this week, I wish you the happiest of holidays. I hope you get some crafty time, if not some crafty stuff. I do have holiday cards going out soon, but they may come after this weekend because I haven't filled them out yet. Mostly because I've been roped into going shopping with my dad, and that's going to take a while tomorrow. So, and on the off chance that I don't film next week, which I fully expect to, I will wish you guys a Happy New Year now. So till then, I'll talk to you later. Bye.